Now, here's another question. An equilateral triangle of side 20 cm is inscribed in a circle. Calculate the distance of a side from the center of a circle. Now, what this question is saying is that you need to draw the circle. Draw a circle and label. Here is 20. Each side of it is 20. An equilateral triangle has three sides equal. So this is the center of the circle. So what you need to do here is to calculate the distance of a side from the center of a circle. This is the center of the circle, this is the side, either this or that. So you have this. To do this, you complete a right angle triangle like this. Then, knowing that this will bisect this line will bisect this chord. So here will be 10, as here also will be 10. Now, in considering this triangle, we have to find the third side. So now, if this midpoint is M, we need to calculate this. If we get this line, what we just need is to complete this, find the value of x, then we subtract it from this very one, and that will give us what we are looking for. So let's first of all find the line BM. BM, using Pythagoras, BM will give us 20 square, which is this line, is equal to BM plus AM, and AM is 10. That is 10 square. AM is 10. Then BM square. Now, collecting like terms will give us the square of 20, that is 400, minus the square of 10, that is 100, is equal to BM square. Now, BM will give us the square root of 400 minus 100, that is 3. That will give us 300. And the square root of 300 is 17.3 cm. Now we have gotten BM. We need to find the diameter, this diameter, BQ, the diameter. BQ, knowing that BQ is the diameter, and O, this is O, center O. OQ is equivalent to OA. It's equivalent to OA, which is R, that is the radius. So what we just need is, we will note that BM plus MQ, BM plus MQ divide by 2 is equal to R. This simply means that BM, which is 17.3, plus X, BM plus X here, then divide by 2. BM plus X is the diameter. Diameter divided by 2 will give us the radius, which is this radius, or from here to this point. So now, this will give us, which means that the distance from the, so now this is R. So this triangle, this one triangle is just like this. Triangle is just like this, where we have R to be 17.3 plus X all over 2. Then we have AM. This is A. This is M. Then we have AM to be 10. Having gotten AM to be 10, we have to solve for OM, which is OM. Now, OM, solving this will give us, using Pythagoras still, so we have 17.3 plus X, will square it, plus X, will square it, all over 2, is equal to, alright, so here is O, and the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the square 10 square plus the adjacent side, which is y, which is, you can call this y, that is OM. So if we continue, we'll square this also. We can expand this bracket. So expanding this bracket will give us, 17 plus 3.3 plus x over 2. Then in one bracket, in another bracket, we still have 17.3 plus x still over 2. So if we proceed here, this will give us equals 10 square plus here y. If we bring down this y, it will give us two unknowns, so there will be a problem. To eliminate this y, check this out. From this diagram, this is OM. This OM, if we extend it to Q, we'll have the radius. So to get this OM, we just need to remove x from the radius. We just need to remove x from the radius to get OM. We can now say therefore OM is equal to, this is the radius already, 17.3 plus x over 2 minus x. Now if we simplify this alone, simplifying this alone will give us, so now simplifying this alone gives us this. So we'll have 17.3 minus x over 2. Now this expression will give us something like, so this expression will now give us something like 17.3 plus x over 2, then 17.3 plus x over 2 is equal to 10 square plus, instead of y, this y is this, so y is now 17.3 minus x over 2. This is what we have. So now we can simply expand this bracket. Expand this bracket will give us 17.3 times 17. So we use 17.3 times 17.3. 17.3 times x times x, then come to the denominator, denominator times denominator again. 17.3 times 17.3, we'll write it down. 17.3 times x, we'll write it down. Then x times 17.3, we'll write it down. X times x, which will give us x, we'll write it down. Then come to the denominator, 2 times 2, which will give us 4. We'll simplify it, and here is what we. So alright, now we can rearrange. So now here, this is what we have now. We have this to be, so here this is what we have now. See right here that y is squared. So we have expressed this, and we have gotten y to be this 17.3 minus x over 2. So y, since y is squared, we squared it here. We square y here. This 10 square is this one. Here is y, which is this, So expressing the left hand side, like the way we express the right hand, we express the right hand side like the way we express the left hand side. So here is our right hand side. We have this 100. Expanding this expression give us this, and simplifying it will give us this also. So in proceeding, we have 100. If we simplify this, 4 times 100 will give us 400, then plus 300 minus this will give us minus 34.6x, then plus x squared. Everything here will now be over 4. Now equating the right hand side and equating the left hand side and the right hand side, which will give us this. Now equating the left and right hand side, this is what we truly have. So now to solve for this, we can multiply both sides by 4 to cancel out fraction. So this 4 will cancel this 4. What we are left with is 300 plus 34.6x, then plus x squared is equal to 400 plus 300, then minus 34.6 x plus x squared. Now collecting like terms, if we collect like terms, 300 we cancel 300, and we'll have on the right hand side, we have on the left hand side we have 34.6x then plus x squared is equal to minus 34.6x plus x squared. Again, we can look at this x squared, we cancel this x squared, and what is left is 34.6x so now this x squared, we cancel this x squared, and we have 34.6x, then if we collect like terms for this one to come over here, we'll have plus 34.6x again is equal to 400. Now this 400, and that will give us 96.2x is equal to 400. 92.6 equals 400. Then we divide both sides by 96.2. Divide this side by 96.2. 96.2 will cancel 96.2. Therefore, our x will be 400 divided by 96.2. So we'll have 400 divided by 96.2, and that is approximately 4. That is 4 cm. Now, so if we have x here in this diagram, we have x to be 4 cm, and the distance of a chord from the distance of a side of this triangle from the center of the circle will now give us which is this. So this will simply give us, can now say therefore the distance here, good day sir, OM is equal to 17.3 minus 4 divided by 2, which is that will give us 13.3 all over 2, which is equal to, that will give us approximately 6.6 centimeter. Approximately 6.6 centimeter. Good job.